Hi, welcome to week four's kind of overview video of everything we've got going on for week 4 of home learning. So I'm gonna switch it over to share my screen so we can go through the packet and kind of some other resources that you might find interesting. So let's get this shared over. All right, now you should be able to see my screen. All right, I'm gonna take you back to the class website, mrsowen3.weebly.com. And then just to remind you real quickly, all home resources are located under the home resources button, and they kind of contain everything. If you need to print the packet, you can go to this district packet here. Week 4 was a little more condensed than week 2 and 3, so I am using the exact packet that the district printed out or has for you to print out, or if you're picking up a printed packet at school, that this is what the district is printing out. So just kind of go through the website again. So if you need to go to get the packet, it's here. All right, so I'm gonna hop over to the packet so you can see it. For week 4, kicks off with our usual reading log. So this is a great way to motivate your kids to read each day and then record what they've been reading. This kind of gives an overlook of what each story will be for the week. This week, the genre focuses back to fiction. So reading stories so that the kids can understand, like, it's a make-believe story, so a made-up story. They have put in here some what are called anchor charts to kind of use if you want to help your kids through context clues, understanding a word in a paragraph, making inferences, content area words, or literary elements. If you don't pay attention to anything else, this is kind of the big one that we focus on with fictional stories. So can your student tell you the who, the where, the what is happening, and the kind of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and then I add in there how. So who are the characters? Where's the setting taking place? What is happening? That would be your plot and events here. And then how did the story end is kind of where I sum it up with them. So that's reading for this week. Back to fiction. There's 4 stories with some questions. And then we'll get on down to, of course, our last day of the week is always Flashlight Friday. I love getting pictures on Flashlight Friday with kids reading with flashlights. So it's just a fun way to motivate them to continue reading that 5th day of the week. So, all right, math word problems. I will make a second video for the students as a refresher. Week 4 is area and measurement, which we just finished up our area unit and we're working on perimeter when we left for spring break. So this should be a little fresher in their minds, but I will add that into the video and kind of refresh them that way. Week 4 is working with 8s and 9s and a review of 7s. I will share out the chant for 8s, and then I will share out some of our tricks, or what we call our little tips for the 9s trick. So we have a finger trick, and then there's a couple of other tricks, which I'll probably just simplify it down and do the finger trick. That's the easiest one to do with the kiddos. So here's our word problems as promised, and then it gets down into our fact fluency. So that's a quick down and dirty of the packet. Oh, and it looks like they've added some extra things on the end here. Oh, some fun stuff. So a brain teaser and to roll and make faces. That's a really fun activity. So I kind of like that they put this on here. So creating with circles. Oh, awesome. Some art stuff. So, this is the specials packet attached. Cool. All right. So this is all ready for you either at the school, or I shared it out with you and I will email it out again on Monday. To go back to our website, our class website, here is my focus for this week. I've already talked to you about all the math resources, all the reading and writing resources. So now let's talk science and social studies. One subject that is near and dear to my heart is science and social studies. So here on this website, I have some extra science and social studies activities. I even have some up here in the tech free zone. And then down here, Studies Weekly is that website where I sent out a link in week 1 with your student's username and password. They just need to put their username, which for most everyone, it was their first and last name. And then I had our general password for right here. Once you log in, it will take them in to a different view, but this is my teacher view. And they can go in and read 2 different types of resources. I have first up here, I have Missouri Weekly, which is technically a 4th grade thing, but the standards have changed. And so Missouri Studies is a 3rd grade thing. So I have assigned all of these topics that they can go in and read. And then I've also opened up to where they can go into a science one. And for the science one, I did link the 3rd grade one. So there's also a pretty long list of all the different science lessons they can go get on that as well. So if you're wanting a resource where they're learning for science and social studies, this is a great one. It also can double as like an extra reading for the day and give you more resources at home. I've also put on here National Geographic Kids, a live zoo cam at the Kansas City Zoo. Science Mom videos, she does lots of different science explorations. Scholastic News is also another great social studies. It's more of like current events. So kids can get on there, and it might not load. Oh, here it goes. And read different articles. There's also presentations. And then there's different issues that they can go and find. It says like explore an issue here. So lots of different resources for that. And then STEM science ideas. So STEM is a type of science that's very hands-on, and it has kids exploring lots of different things, and it's kind of combination of science, technology, engineering, and math all meshed into one, and then they call it STEM. Or sometimes you might have heard of STEAM, where they add an A in there, and that stands for art. So you can have activities that are science-based but are also art-based. So this is just a great source of ideas, and I'll click in it so you can see. It just has lots of different activities. It says 28 days of STEMs, but this whole website has so many resources for ideas to get your kids involved with fun, entertaining activities at home. So, excuse me, science projects here. My website is not, oh, here it goes. So here is an example of a list of all the different activities. So kitchen science, everybody's got a kitchen in their house. Let's see, crime scene, if your kid's into being wanting to be a police officer, that could be fun. Indoor science, soil science, homemade flutes, all sorts of different, ooh, this one looks fun, animal track measuring. So lots of different stuff, and then they have lots of links on here that go to all sorts of different stuff. And a lot of the activities are using things that you already have around your house. You're not having to go out and buy very much things or buy anything really at all, but it just gets kids thinking about science and why certain things happen. So really, really fun stuff. So I'm gonna bring you back to me. Hello. All right, so that's a quick down and dirty of week 4. Can you believe it? We have been at this for a solid month straight of this home learning, and we've been out of school for 6 weeks now, and we've got 2 more to go. So, it's just unbelievable to me, but I've definitely learned some new skills. Hopefully you as a family have learned some new skills, and I hope you have a great rest of your week this week. as usual, if you need anything from me, Monday through Friday from about 7:30, 3:30ish is my work hours. Just to keep you up to date, my basement, the repairs are going to hopefully start this week. I have a construction crew that's been hired and is going to be working in a way, so we'll see how that goes. And then Brandon and I actually officially start our foster care training. It had been postponed. It was supposed to start in March, and we're starting it this week. So we're super excited about that. It's kind of changed how we were going to do it. We were going to have in-person classes, and now we're doing online, kind of like your kids, but we're doing it as students for foster care, and we're watching classes online. So I'll get a little taste of how this is going for you all at home, as we get a lot of paperwork and resources that we've got to fill out and do. So thank you for being patient as we work through this. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. So have a great week 4. I'll talk to you later.